Hi everybody, riding through some of the streets around Smyrna, Georgia. I didn't have enough time today to go on a longer ride, so I'm just kind of hitting some of the neighborhoods I like to ride through. And my son-in-law and his family live down this way a little bit, so we go this way quite a bit. It's not a bad ride, and I like to piss off the little radar sign there. Anyway, it's, like I said, a gorgeous afternoon here. Want to thank everybody. Managed to make it up to 300 subs, and didn't plan anything special for it. Just astounded and amazed that the 300 people have decided they like my videos enough to sub me, and I really do thank you and appreciate it. And I hope you enjoy it. I'll try not to let all this success go to my head like so many other people have. Just kidding out there, guys. Alrighty. Well, just wanted to mention that. Did also want to talk a little bit about cooking. Now, you know, most of the people who watch my videos are guys, and generally speaking, you know, I don't know, when I was growing up, let's put it this way, when I was growing up, the moms did the cooking, the dads did the eating. Mom took care of stuff inside the house, Dad took care of stuff outside the house. Now, I'm not going to argue whether that's sexist or not sexist, or back in the day or modern times, I don't know. But I know that I didn't get married the first time until I was over 30 years old, and as a result, it was either learn to cook or die. So I learned to cook. I actually worked in a restaurant for a while and learned about French cuisine and how to do different things. And I didn't always cook a big meal for me, you know, it was just me for so long, you know, but a lot of times I might fix something really nice on the weekends and, you know, eat it through the week as leftovers. After I got married, when I got married, my wife at the time, she actually could not cook at all. The old thing about burning water, you know. One of my favorite jokes is, you know, and it didn't happen to me, but as a comedian said his wife's cooking got much better when she stopped using the smoke alarm as a timer, and I couldn't agree more. Anyway, so I learned to cook, and I've cooked off and on. I don't cook much now. My lovely wife really doesn't like me in her kitchen, and she will run me out of the kitchen more often than not. She won't even let me come in and help her. It's not a big kitchen, and you know, she says I just get in the way, that sort of thing, and I understand that. When I was going to think, you know, I was thinking back of when did I actually first start learning to cook, and I think it was when I was a kid. I'm thinking I must have been, oh, I don't know, 8 or 9 years old, and on Saturday mornings, I was always the first one up. For some reason, I've always been an early riser. I always beat the whole family up every morning. Still get up earlier than my lovely wife does, usually, except days where she's working. But the only thing that I knew how to cook back then was pancakes. And we had a great, you know, we'd have a pancake mix, and back in the day it was the old, you know, it was Bisquick. That was the brand that we always had. There are lots of different brands now, but you know, back then we used one called Bisquick, and it was pretty easy. You measured out a cup of flour and maybe a cup of milk, an egg, a teaspoon of oil, and that's all you had. Just stir it up and put it on a griddle. And we had an electric griddle, which no flame, you know, nothing really hard to burn yourself on. And I would get up early and make a big batch of pancakes for the whole family. And that was my introduction to cooking, was pancakes. I definitely remember that was the first thing I ever learned to cook. And the reason I thought about it was because I got up yesterday morning and cooked pancakes again. Which would be, let's see, if I was 8, would have been, what, 58 years ago or something like that? So, you know, I don't know. But just an interesting thing made me think about it. I just wondered if you guys, first of all, do any of you guys cook? I do know, know several people who the husband is the cook in the family, and the wife does other things, but he's the cook. And do you guys cook? You know, I mean, I'm not talking about grilling. I mean, everybody grills. I mean, do you cook? You make a casserole, or do you, you know, something like that? You know, bake a cake. You know, I know a guy. I got a good friend who's a sheetrocker by trade, and what he does on the weekends is bake wedding cakes, and he does a really good job of it, and he gets a lot of money for them when he makes them. Also know a guy I used to work with who caters on the weekends, and he doesn't just, he'll do the barbecued pig, and he'll do ribs and chicken and all that for you, but he also does everything else. He'll do all the sides, and he'll bake a really nice cake. He makes a carrot cake that'll knock your socks off. It is so rich that even you cut the thinnest slice you want, and it is so rich. When you get through, that is all you want, is just that little bit of carrot cake that you just had. You just really can't eat anymore. It's so good. But anyway, I just wondered if any of you guys are cooks, or if you just let the little lady do it. Any of you ladies out there, if you'd like to comment, that'd be great too. So anyway, hope everybody's having a great day. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.